Hey folks, thanks for joining me here on KY4.com. Tis the season, I guess. Some wintry weather here on the bluegrass, already catching a bit of that late on Monday evening. Some lighter snows across central and eastern Kentucky, enough to cover the ground. And that's kind of a prelude of things to come as we go into the midweek. On Tuesday, it looks like as the day wears on, especially from daylight on, we will see a surge of moisture and milder air coming up as that main surface low begins to crank up through the Carolinas. What that's going to mean, the bit of wintry weather in the morning from south to north will begin to change over to a cold rain, especially across the south and the southeast. Farther north, here in the bluegrass and points to the east and northeast, more of a wintry mix, some sleet, some rain, some snow at times throughout the day. Then as that low gets to our east, we're going to see that secondary cold front coming in from the northwest, so that colder air will crash in here and there will be enough moisture hanging around Tuesday night and into Wednesday morning to switch everything over to snow, and we should see some accumulation out of that. You can see with my snowfall map in the post here, expecting the highest totals to be out into eastern Kentucky, especially in the mountains, 3, 4, 5 inches, maybe the highest peaks there along the Kentucky-Virginia border, seeing upwards of 6. Here in the bluegrass, 1 to 2, maybe a few lollipops of 3 here and there, and down into southern Kentucky. One thing I do think will happen, there'll be a fairly sharp cutoff to the accumulating snow back to the west of Lexington. So most of the moisture, at least the deepest moisture, as that colder air arrives, is going to be just off to our east, thus the eastern mountains having the highest probability. It'll be that heavy wet snow, and then even as things wind down into Wednesday, it's not going to go away completely, because with the northwest flow kicked in, we're going to see that fetch of moisture coming off the Great Lakes. It will be colder. It's going to be very windy as well, so some of these bursts, heavier bursts of snow showers, will reduce visibilities and also even create whiteout conditions. That's the big travel day, so you have to watch out for that on the highways and the interstates, and hopefully it won't cause too many travel problems, but it will be something we'll have to keep an eye on. And of course, that may lay a little bit of additional accumulation with some of those heavier bursts in spots before we wrap it up. The good news long term, once we hit Thanksgiving, we're going to be in good shape. So the holiday and beyond, the long holiday weekend, really looks nice. In fact, we're going to warm things back up into the 40s by the time we hit Saturday and Sunday. So all things considered, should be a good night for football out at Commonwealth Stadium as the Cats wrap up the football season against Tennessee. It'll be cold, mind you, but we've had worse season finales out there, especially with it being an evening game, so do keep that in mind. But in the short term, just keep an eye on the weather on Tuesday. Be safe wherever you are going Tuesday night and into Wednesday. And as always, thanks for joining me here on KY4.com.